Oh, yeah. Shimon, we're live.
What are you looking at? You are a bunch of fucking assholes. You know why? You don't have the guts to be where you want to be. You need people like me. You need people like me so you can point your fucking fingers and say, that's the bad guy. What's going on, guys? Don't think that personally. That wasn't directly aimed at anyone in particular.
Yeah, it was.
Shooting the shit.
Yeah, it was. It was totally aimed at everybody who's not out here.
It's about you, Steve. You know the fuck you are, Steve. Yeah.
Hey, man. God damn it, this is Don't Stress Success Podcast. I am P the Politician, man. How you feeling?
I'm Daniel J. Scott, and today's it's a Sunday, and today, like a lot of weeks, a Sunday is, you know, we sit in front of the camera, and we've got a whole schedule of stuff we're going to go through. But today just feels like a lazy Sunday where we're just going to chill with you guys this Sunday.
Yeah, man. Absolutely, man. Absolutely, man. Salute to everybody that's tuned in. Shouts out to everybody that's on YouTube right now. We are doing our thing. Bow, bow. And, listen, man. We trying to get some money away, man. What they got to do to win the money, DJ Scott?
Well, basically, over the past few weeks where we've gone live, a lot of you have witnessed that the Illuminati is clearly attacking this podcast and trying to take me off the air. So we want to know from you guys, and the best answer will win some money. If the Illuminati tried to shut down the podcast, what would you do to save us? Best answer, get some money.
Indeed, that's what it is, man. Salute to Mary J. She's in the building. Cantrell Lopez in the building. Marco Zane Randall is in the building. Jeremy Flowers, I see Scooter Cease. What it do, man. So, listen, man, we don't really have no topics, man. We just gonna talk our ass. Yo, what were you talking about earlier with Domino's, man? Like, so you're out there in the UK, and it always blows my mind when you tell me, like, yo, I just had some Domino's. And so I'm a dumbass American. I'd be like, damn, y'all got Domino's out there?
Yeah.
How was your
Man,
Domino's?
we breathe oxygen. You might not believe it, but we also drink water. High quality H2O. But yeah, the thing was, and I'd like to get your guys' opinion on this as well. I really enjoyed the pizza last night, because the pizza I've got from Domino's, I'm still eating today. I really enjoyed it last night. But I don't know if I like it a bit more today. You know what I mean? A cold bit of pizza. I don't know. I'm undecided. What do you guys think? Would you rather have the Domino's hot? Or is it better the next day? Where it's cold, but the flavor is still fully 100% there. What are people saying?
You wildin' right now.
Yeah, I'm wilding, man, but it's nice. It's nice.
This is how you know we hard pressed for topics, man.
But yeah, Tyler FN Murphy, he says, I'm trying to get some cash too. It's easy enough. Anybody tuning in, if the Illuminati tried to shut down this podcast, what would you do to save us? The best answer, win some money at the end of the show.
So Mary J's in the comments, and she says, depends on what they did to shut you down. Their strength in numbers. So listen, Mary J, man, if you haven't been tuning in the last few weeks, Daniel J. Scott Cameron has just been mysteriously shutting him off the air. That's what's been happening. And yeah. It's gone down.
I've got no other explanation, because at the time when they're shutting me off, I'm deep into some game. You know what I mean? I'm deep into giving someone some killer advice on something, and they shut me down right in that moment, just before the peak of it. You know what I mean? So I feel like the Illuminati is waging war against this podcast as it is. Now, if they were able to take us down, guys, how would you save us, or what would you do to save us?
Indeed. Well, with that being said, man, let's go ahead and get into some of that game. Let's test that theory, man, because you've been on one lately, man. How's your week been? And really, like, what's on your mind? Because I see your posts out there, and you're doing your thing, man. So let's talk about it. Let's just jump straight into it, baby.
So really, what I've been doing this week is I really want to make the content for people that they want and that they resonate with, and I really want to get people involved too. So what I've been doing is asking questions of people. And those questions, I'm going to use those answers to create blog posts, which are going to answer the questions that people have, but also allow the people following me to have an input on the content I'm making. And one of the questions I asked was, it was for artists, so I said, artists, what can a producer do, or what do you look for in a producer other than hot beats that will convince you to spend with them over the next producer, for example? I got a lot of great answers from that too.
Well, so, you know, that's a great topic to talk about. Like, so for me, you know, I'm an artist as well, and this just goes outside of even being an artist. Just anything in general. What really makes you want to engage with someone and create a relationship with them, right? So for me, as an artist, if they got hot beats, I mean, that's cool. But if I can't build a relationship with you for the longevity, then I don't really think I'm really trying to deal with you, you know? And lately, just recently, I just helping out to open up a restaurant. And that's one of the things, you know, we've got all of these different events happening and we're booking stuff every weekend. And our thing at the restaurant is, all right, if we can't build long-term relationships, then I don't think even a small-term relationship is really going to work. It's not going to be in our best interest, you know what I mean? So that's a great topic to talk about right there.
Yeah, definitely. And there was a lot of like similar ones. There are things that almost everybody appreciates. Like one, for example, Cyrus McKenzie commented and he said, reliability, a good online store and regularly updated catalogs and prices to match the product. Also that they offer exclusivity trackouts and clearance from the site after purchase. Now, what a lot of people, like, I see a lot of producers that are just living off of SoundCloud or YouTube. You know what I mean? You've got to message them to get a beat. You've got to wait for their answer. You've got to ask them how much it's going to be. You've got to wait for their answer again. You've got to ask them, can you get trackouts? You've got to wait for their answer again. But then the next producer, you can just go on their site and handle all that. One and done, straight there and then. So, you know, reliability is a big thing. So Cody Pinagar said, honesty is a big key for me. What I mean by that is informing me if there are samples that need clearing or if I'm being limited with distribution and such. Again, the people who are just doing on SoundCloud or YouTube or Facebook, they haven't got anything that says, right, this is how many, these are the terms of the lease, these are the terms of the exclusive. It's all leading towards, the answers I'm finding are all leading towards people who, just professionals, people who are about their business. So if you haven't got your website together, if you haven't got your beat store together, if you haven't got your information correct, if you're not being honest with the people you're selling beats to, there should be no question as to why you're not selling beats. Because you put yours, and don't get twisted, just because you got your little page and you're posting, or anyone's got their little page and they're posting, you're still right next to your competition on someone else's newsfeed. You know what I mean? So they see your post and it's like, and they see someone else's artwork, beat videos and everything. They're going to go with the more professional producer. You know what I mean? So step it up if you're not already.
And I mean, it just kind of goes back to what I was saying earlier. That's in every genre, you know, whether it be music, whether it be whatever endeavor that you're in with entrepreneurship. At the end of the day, no one wants to work with a slouch. You have many, many different options out there as far as who you can choose to work with. So, you know, people got to keep that in mind, man, when they out here conducting business, man. If you aren't here running at an optimum level, there's always someone else that is. Fiverr is a great example of that. You know, you go to Fiverr, and for those who may not know what Fiverr is, it's a website that you can go to and basically get anything done that you need. So if you need a logo, some sort of graphic design, hell, even producers are on Fiverr nowadays, you know what I mean? Whatever you may need, you can go out there and get it. But in the world of Fiverr, you're kind of competing against all the other people who are doing the same things that you're doing. And so what differentiates me choosing to do business with one person versus the other person is all about what all they're bringing to the table and how professional they are, you know? So that's what it is, man. Shouts out to Brian Tyree. I see him in the building. Looks like Mary J has commented, and Mary J trying to get his bread. She said And if they shut y'all down, we would waive your broadcast by starting a hashtag which you mad for movement. Okay, all right. Ain't mad at that. Shouts out to Chuck Townsend, man. Marlon, new building in the building. What's good, fam? So we trying to definitely give away some money today. And the last few weeks on the Don't Stress Success podcast, there's a story behind this. Daniel J. Scott has been mysteriously disappearing. For whatever reason, they have been shutting him down. So what we're going to do this week, we have a question that we're asking you guys. And we're giving away some money, man. Whoever has the funniest answers is going to get this bread at the end of this broadcast. All right? If the Illuminati shut down the Don't Stress Success podcast, how would you react? And the funniest answer is going to get that money. That's what it is, man. That's what it is, man. DJ,
that's what it is.
You know what? People be in my inbox like, yo, DJ Scott, man, can I book him at my party?
I'm not a DJ, man. DJ by name, not by trade.
Right.
I'm not even a DJ. I'm not even a DJ Khaled kind of DJ. I don't even shout on people's tracks.
Yo, I thought that you would find that interesting, man. I've for real been having people ask me like, "Yo, can I book DJ Scott at our next event?" I'm like, "He's not. His name is Daniel J. Scott."
If I was a DJ, how do they even know that I'm a good DJ?
Right, and that's a great point right there. You know what I mean? Like they're asking me to book you. Like, have you seen any of his work? You know what I mean?
I mix country and gospel. So I do. So book me, you know what I mean? But I ain't about to turn that place up.
Indeed. So this is what I want to do, man. I really want to turn to the crowd. We want to give this money away, but at the end of the day, this is called the Don't Stress Success podcast. So what I really want to know are some of the things that you guys are out here struggling with. You know, let's get vulnerable, DJ Scott. We asking people to tell us their vulnerabilities as far as the things they're struggling with. What are some of the things you're struggling with? And I'll return with some of the things I'm struggling with, because I got a lot I'm struggling with.
So my thing is really just been clarity and structure. And time management comes in. I'm pretty good with my time, but as far as clarity and structure and setting tasks out for the day, I'm often just running at the day. And you know, I do get stuff done, but I'm just so stressed in getting it done a lot of the time. Just because I'm always like, right, I'll do this, okay, what shall I do, what shall I do? Oh, let me do this. Oh shit, I gotta do that thing too, right, let me do that. Rather than being like, right, at 12 o'clock I'm gonna do this. At 3 o'clock I'm gonna do this. At 4 o'clock I'm gonna do this, and really structuring and setting my day out. I feel like if I was to do that more, I'd be a lot less stressed. And you know, this is the Don't Stress Success podcast, and I ain't trying to stress. You know what I mean?
So you know, I want you to know this, that you aren't the only one that's out there. So I'm gonna get real vulnerable right now. So I have been opening up a restaurant. We've been open for about maybe 2 months now, you know, and every weekend we throw parties. And every weekend we learn some new shit. You know what I mean? Whether it be paying attention to people walking in and out of the establishment because they could be drinking in their car instead of buying drinks with you and then become a liability if something happens to them. You know what I mean? Things of that nature, man. And so every week I'm learning something brand new. And the struggle for me right now is within the confines of this restaurant. It's really finding people who are going to really, really meet the mark and help us get where we're trying to go. You know, like when your back is against the wall and you got a lot of huge things popping, a lot of responsibility. Like, yo, we're responsible for making sure that we make the mark every night so we can pay off the staff. You know what I mean? And so that's one of the things that I have been kind of stressing is, all right, will this next event be that event where we got to go and tell people we didn't meet the mark? I never, ever, ever, ever want to be in that predicament to where I have to tell people we didn't meet the mark. I mean, I'm the type of dude like, yo, I'll come out my own pocket if we didn't meet the mark. You know what I mean? So just making sure that everything is running like a well-oiled machine. And with that being said, finding the help that you really need. There's so many people, like there's a couple of weeks ago, man, we were supposed to have a cook come through, right? And the cook didn't even show up, no call, no show. So now we're sitting there with no cook. But luckily, people love us came in the back. It was cooking. You know what I mean? Didn't ask so much to jump behind the fryers and fry up some wings and yo.
Yeah. You didn't feel like getting your Chef Boyardee on.
Nah.
Chef Boyardee.
You had to say that. I feel
I just had to get that out there. I just put it in my head. And I'm sorry for interrupting you. Please.
Nah, man. Yo, P is not a chef in the kitchen. No. But yeah, man. I mean, that's just some of the things that you're dealing with, man. Trying to create that team that is going to work and have your brand out there like a well-oiled machine. I think a lot of people struggle with that. And in some circumstances, I think people get so obsessed with creating that team to where they realize, like for example, I'm going to just say it. When I started CCG Network Radio, I started off with 4 other people. And we just had different ideas on how it should go. And slowly but surely, everybody dropped off one by one, you know what I mean? And now I'm here left with foot in the bill for all of these things, you know what I mean? And at the end of the day, man, not everybody is built to be on your team. Not saying that those people are bad people, but the team that you're trying to construct, you got to realize, man, that's not a open letter for everybody. And just because you have people there that are offering to be on the team, they got to meet the mark, man. Not everybody's built for that caliber, you feel me?
Absolutely, man. And I feel with teams, man, it's got to happen naturally. You know what I mean? It can't be like advertising. Like, it's different if, like, the business is up and you just want to employ someone for a role. You know what I mean? But if everyone's starting from scratch, like, it's kind of got to fall naturally. Like, the best artist and producer combos tend to just be like people who are making music together and then said, hey, you know what, let's do something together. You know what I mean? And their friend who was out there pushing it says, yeah, I'll be the promoter. And obviously, like, that's not going to happen for everybody, but that's usually because people aren't going out there or getting, whether it's online or offline, and forging relationships and seeing how they work with other people. You know what I mean? Networking. A lot of people aren't networking. You know what I mean? They're just, they're not working. You know, they're just like, let's be friends, let's do stuff for each other. Or do stuff for me, I'll do stuff for you. But it's like, let's do stuff together. You know what I mean? Let's do some work. That's networking. It's not like, check out my link, I'll check out yours. Share my song, I'll share yours. It's working. It's like, right, I got this amount of fans, you got this amount of fans. Let's work out a way to leverage each other's fan base, so then we both got this amount of fans. I don't feel like people are doing that. They're just sort of like doing a collab and shooting her out there and hoping for the best type of thing.
You know? I want to say shout out to Larry Capital Gaze, man. His daughter is out here doing her thing. She was on that show, The Four.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you shouldn't open your mouth when you don't have all the details.
I'm sure it was good though, man.
I just messed that all the way up.
That's how it works. You know what I mean? Leave with that, I guess. Yeah, shout her out. She's doing her thing and she was on the foot.
Leisure Day, man. Shout out to her.
Okay. Man, I swear to God, this show feels like really feels like a Sunday today. You know how a lot of us feel on a Sunday. It's just like, it's only Sunday. It's Sunday.
Yeah.
Good shit though, man.
So listen, we're trying to give away some money, man. I see quite a few people in the comments right now.
I think we have to at this point, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So let's give the backdrop, man. For those who haven't tuned in the last few weeks, Daniel J. Scott has been mysteriously disappearing. Like, for whatever reason, man, he's been cut out. We don't know if it's the Illuminati. We don't know if it's Facebook. We don't know what the hell it is.
Illuminati, same thing, man. Facebook, Illuminati, same thing.
Right. So,
I see you, Zuck. I see you, sir. I know you're watching.
So with that being said, man, if the Illuminati just got rid of this podcast, man, how would you react? The funniest answer will win cash at the end of the show. Yo, we've been giving away money for like a month right now, man. Chuck Townsend is in the building, man. He says, too tribal, not understanding how to team build based on qualification rather than personal acquaintance or reasoning. Birds of a feather should flock together. You know what? That's a great point. I'm glad you brought that out, Chuck Townsend. Because what happens is, going back to what we were talking about earlier as far as building that proper team, a lot of times what happens is, yo, you trying to put your homeboys on, and you assume certain roles onto your homeboys who aren't qualified for it, you know? And because your partners, you're trying to force a role onto them that they just simply aren't qualified for. That is absolutely the wrong way to go about it. You know, you can show love to your people in different ways. That doesn't necessarily mean that they need to be in control of certain elements of your business. You know what I mean? I've learned that lesson a long time ago. I started off with a record label, Behind Bars Entertainment, and yo, we was deep, man, like Wu-Tang out this motherfucker. You know what I mean? And I started it off with Casino, rest in paradise to him. He passed away in 2017. That was my brother, man. I've known him since the 3rd grade, and him and his 2 other brothers, Remy, L, me and my brother, Justice, yo, we all started this record label together, you know what I mean? But we weren't ready for the roles that needed to take place. The roles that we all assumed, we weren't qualified for those roles. You know what I mean? I assumed the role of a CEO. I wasn't qualified for it at that time. I grew into it, accepted it, and made it happen. You know, but putting your friends in certain roles, that don't necessarily mean that's just because they're your friends don't mean that's the right way to go about it, you know? Yeah. And fast forward 15 years later, got this restaurant going right now, and I take back from that lesson as far as I'm not going to put my friends into the role unless they're qualified for it. That's just simple. I'll put a stranger in that role that is qualified before I put my friend in that role who isn't qualified. You know, and I think entrepreneurs need to really understand that key principle right there. You can find other ways for your people to be involved with what you got going on, but do not assume roles onto them that they aren't qualified for. It will crumble your business. Real talk.
Absolutely, man. And a weak link in a business could just be the destruction. I remember Peak the Industry when we were all working together. There was about, I think it started off with like 8 of us, man. By the end of it, there was 4 of us, because we do things like, right, let's put a course together. Okay, right, we'll all come up with 2 points each for this section. And like, you know, there'd be the 4 of us that would be like there within the next couple of days, boom, there's my 2 points. We'd always be waiting on the same people. You know what I mean? For every set, like, right, we got that section done. Now let's do this section. Now we gotta wait for the same people that took too long. The next section, same people that took too long.
My apologies for cutting you off, but tell the people what the Peep the Industry was, because y'all was on to big things with that Peep the Industry thing. So tell the people exactly what that was.
Well, Peep the Industry was a podcast before anybody knew really what a fucking podcast was. You know what I mean? We used to set up a Google Hangout, and like it'd be 8 of us hanging on this. We were doing this. You know what I mean? Just sit there having a discussion, talking about things, giving some game, asking some questions, finding stuff out. You know what I mean? And sharing it with people. We had a website. We were doing courses. We went to Orlando. We went to Miami. We were doing things. You know what I mean? But then a lot of people were being carried through that by the 4 of us that were putting in the work. You know what I mean? And then we got to a point where we just had to get people on calls and be like, look, we like you, you're a cool person, but just this would work better without you in it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And that's how it be sometimes. You gotta have them hard conversations, man. Shouts out to my man Robert Hicks, man. Robert Hicks is really a person that I look up to, man. The things that he's doing with broadcasting. He sent me a link to his website. Rob, throw your link up, man, because I was so impressed by that, man. I know we have our differences when it comes to political identities in the United States. But man, outside of that, man, I love you, my brother. Throw your link up, man, because that was an awesome website that you showed me that demonstrated all of the different shows that you're broadcasting, man. Salute to you, man. So, Tyler trying to get his money, man. Tyler says if the Illuminati shut down the podcast, T-Main and CEO KO will start a riot and go crazy until they start again because we gonna be stressing for the Don't Stress Success podcast. You know what, man? I think Tyler might be one of the win, man. Robert Hicks says my voice sounds auto-tuned. That sound auto-tuned, y'all? For real?
No, I don't hear it.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll be auto-tuned, man.
Unless it's mine, because I haven't got my microphone today, but I'm doing it through the webcam mic, so I don't know if maybe.
I don't know, man. Cini A. Sean says, dope podcast. Appreciate that. Stormy Weather says, absolutely, because everyone cannot see your vision, nor will they be able to put in the work that will require you to get the job done. Real talk, man. Real talk.
Yeah.
Jeremy Flowers says, got an echo. I don't know, man.
Is that a little bit better, guys?
No. I don't know.
Shit, we troubleshooting.
Yeah. That's our Illuminati we was talking about. You know what I'm saying?
If there's an echo or a click,
yep.
There's more than two people on the call, you know what I mean?
Yo, back in the day when we had our landline phones, before we had cell phones, man, you would hear that click and you knew the feds was watching you at that time. You know what I'm saying? Your phone's tapped. That's what it is, man.
Yeah.
The phone might just be tapped, man.
No doubt. Hey, you know what I wanted to talk about? Is something I put out the other day. I want people to stop, and this is just random. I just thought of a topic where to go with it. I want people to stop trying to impress other people, and I want people to start impressing themselves. Putting out there, I want people to stop trying to impress other people and impress themselves.
Right.
I want people to be like, wow, I can't believe I just did that shit.
Right.
I can't believe I was able to do that. I never thought I'd be able to do that. I can't believe that I've stuck at this every day this week and put in some serious work this week. I'm so impressed with myself.
Man. So it's funny that you mention that because I'm the type of person to where I don't necessarily like to celebrate all the wins and I don't sulk over all the losses. But lately, Facebook is a beast. Facebook will send you these Facebook memories, right? And I go back through my memories and I look at it and I'm like, wow. Even though I'm beating myself up every day, thinking that I'm not progressing, Facebook always reminds me that I am. And I think what happens is people got to realize the road to success is similar to climbing a mountain, right? I heard Steve Harvey say this. And what it is that we're climbing that mountain. We're always looking up. Damn, when am I going to make it to the top of that mountain? When am I going to make it to the top of that mountain? And we forget to glance down because what they tell you, don't look down. You know what I mean? Don't look back. But you got to glance down every moment to realize how far you came. You know what I mean? So that's what that Facebook Memories does. It allows for me to glance back down and see how far that I came. And yeah, I'm proud of myself. Fuck that.
Yeah, you should be, man. You should be. When was it? Was it like maybe 2 months ago or something? I hit you up. Oh no, I saw a video from your old Friday Night Live show when you first started, and you were sat there. The camera was grainy as shit. You were you were half twisted as well, drunk. Just I just feel like, wow, like that's you. Like obviously you've talked to people and they've recommended stuff and you found out software and stuff. But as far as the work goes, man, that's all you. The extent that you've taken it to. Even like obviously you've got more views, you've got more people fucking with it, more engagement. But even just if there was none of that and you were just looking at the show, you'd be like, damn, he's done a lot.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I think I figured out how to fix my mic, man. Hold on.
Oh shit. Well, is this still people still saying it's echoing?
Yeah, they're saying it's echoing, man. So we've been trying to avoid the Illuminati, and instead of using what were we using before? we were using Zoom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have problems with Zoom and my mic, man, and my camera.
I think it has to do with the settings on. So right now we're using Google Hangouts. So I think it has to do with that particular setting. I tell you what, I'm gonna throw it your way while I deal with these technical difficulties in the background. You got it, DJ Scott.
No doubt. Right. I want to talk about opportunities, right, and what opportunities really are. And I'm just off the cuff going with stuff that's been prevalent themes throughout my week. Opportunities are not gift wrapped. Big shows, big features, big everything. Opportunities is getting on your computer and seeing someone posting something and replying to that contextually and starting to build a relationship. Opportunities is going out to someone else's show and finding a way to get backstage or mingling through the crowd. These are opportunities that we have every day, and that's specifically for music people, but you can translate it into anything. It's just you have an opportunity every day to talk to people. You have an opportunity every day just to do a little bit more, or a lot more if you've got it in you. Anybody who's waiting for the big opportunity without taking advantage of the small opportunities are never gonna know what to do with a big opportunity when it comes.
I don't know if I fixed the echo or whatever, but it's what it is. This is the Illuminati's way trying to get at us, man. It's what it is. But you put out a post one time that said, "What are you going to do if you go viral?" Right? Yeah. Because everybody's trying to go viral. But what happens if you actually go viral? Do you even have a system in place to be able to handle what happens with the responsibility of going viral? And are you going to just be that one person that goes viral for 1 week and then everybody forgets about you? You know what I mean? Whatever happened to the dude? Why you always lying? Right. What happened to him? And it's millions and millions of people who went viral and we never heard about him again. You remember the kid that stole the car when he was like 6 years old?
Was it Terrio?
Yeah. I can't remember his name. But I watched a video that showed him progressing throughout the years. So it was like 10 years ago he went viral. You know what I mean? And then he's 17 years old. Guess what he's locked up for right now? You never guess.
Yeah, I saw that shit.
Yes,
he went through a progression, didn't he? Because he went to school, he went to college, he graduated, he was getting on in life, and then he went back to stealing cars.
Yeah, he did. He's locked up right now for stealing cars. You feel what I'm saying? So man, what are you going to do? Yo, he was even like on MTV at one point in time. Like that viral fame got to him. You know what I mean? So, Robert Hicks says the podcast and production quality has become better and better each week, man. We appreciate it, Rob. Chris Ricks is saying shadow government. FBI, Facebook, International. For real though. Robert Hicks says, I bet you have two duplicate mics going into OPS. Make sure the video feeds don't have audio in them. Have to look into that. Appreciate that, Rob. Tyler F. Murray says, can't be that one-hit wonder that nobody talks about anymore. For real though. I'm really curious to know how I can fix this problem. Like
is it still going on? The echo?
I guess so. I don't know.
Motherfuckers.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm looking at all my settings, and none of the settings are off. I think this really is. Hold on.
It's the Illuminati.
I just fixed it.
Okay.
Totally just fixed it.
Okay. Fuck you, Illuminati. We got you this time. Better like next time, sir.
Yo, shouts out to Daniel Powell Jr., man. Big ups to you too, my brother. So listen, man, we trying to get his money away, man. So far, we have Tyler F.N. Murphy in the runnings for it, and I don't think she's tuned in anymore. But Mary J was in the runnings as well. So, with that being said, it's real simple, man. If y'all trying to win some bread, DJ Scott, tell them what they got to do to get it.
Right, as you can see, even on this podcast, the Illuminati is trying to take us down. If the Illuminati were successful and managed to take down the podcast, what would you do to save us? Most interesting answer wins some money at the end of the show. So get typing, motherfuckers.
That's it. Shouts out to everybody on YouTube, man. Like, we're live on Facebook and everything. Facebook happens to be my favorite social media platform, but I think sometimes we forget to show love to YouTube because we are broadcasting simultaneously on YouTube as well. So it's what it is. Yeah, Robert Hicks said, boom, you fixed it. Indeed. My man's, man. Shouts out to Rob Hicks, man. Chuck Townsend says, glad I caught this peep. We'll be tuning in more often. Got to get back to work. Yo, get your dollars, man. Get your money, man. That's what it is, man. That's what it is, man. How are you feeling, DJ Scott?
I'm feeling like one of the other themes I've had this week, one of the other things that really I thought about was when people support people for the sole reason to attempt to get some support back, as opposed to supporting people just because they like what they do. You know what I mean? Like they'll go out and support a stranger for nothing, but then they'll only support people around them if that person is willing to support them back. And the thing about that is, if you expect everyone to support you, okay, then you gotta support everyone. Now, you make a sale, that's all good, but guess what? You're supporting everyone else, so now you gotta spend that money you made on a sale to buy something from someone else if you believe in that ideal there. You know what I mean? It's always going to be the same money, the same attention, the same everything in the same circle, just going around the circle, and nobody's going to get anywhere because everybody's supporting each other. There's no longer a top 100 chart. There has to be a top 100,000 chart. It's just unrealistic. You know what I mean? You've got to support people that you like what they do. Don't support people just in hopes of getting support back. And anyway, one is really shallow, and two is pretty easily noticeable too.
And you know what? I run into that a lot in the music industry. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's this whole thing like artists need to support other artists. It's like, man, at the end of the day, man, don't nobody give. Like, let me tell y'all how I met DJ Scott, right? So I'm going through YouTube one day, and I'm just on one. You know what I mean? Wasting time, to be honest with you. And I typed into YouTube how to make $1 million in the music industry, right? And DJ Scott's video pops up. And I bump into this dude, and I'm like, you know, let me see what this shit is about, you know? This cornball motherfucker, man. Let me see what he's got to say, right? But then I play the video, and the first thing that he says in the video is, rappers, you got to realize at the end of the day, no one gives a fuck about your music. And then you started breaking it down. And I've been married to DJ Scott ever since, man. Yo, talk about that video. I know you know the one I'm talking about, right?
So, right, which one? Because you know, on my old YouTube, I made like 700 videos or some shit. So yeah, nobody really gives a fuck about your music, because as good as the quality of your music is, so's the next guys or the next girls. You know what I mean? If we were to, you gotta base this on like, make your art, make it unique, do whatever you want to do. But let's say that everybody had the same quality music. Because we're not even considering people that make shitty quality in this. Ain't happening. If your quality shit, ain't happening. We're not even talking about you, right? But if your music is as good as the next person, then your music isn't going to be the deciding factor on whether people get behind you or not. It's going to be everything but the music. And even if your music is better than everybody else's, how the fuck do we know? On a news feed, you know what I mean? Without pressing play. And we're not pressing play for everybody, because one, there's those shitty quality people out there, and two, there's just not enough time in the day to click every music link or whatever. So what is going to be the deciding factor on on anybody clicking your music? Because we're not going to click your music unless you do something to intrigue us enough to want to click on the music.
And I'm a piggyback off of what you say. Not only music, with all brands. Like, so
Yeah.
I have been diving outside of the music. Like I said, I got the restaurant popping, right? So I am paying attention to how everybody's advertising everything. You know what I mean? Rob Hicks pointed this out, and he said something to the effect, if you do the math of McDonald's Facebook page, right? And the hold on. Y'all know how I do on these podcasts. If you call me up, I'm putting your ass on the air. Hold on. Big dog, I'm just letting you know you are live on the air, on the podcast, on the Don't Stress Success podcast, man. Salute to Vince Lee, man. What it do, baby? What it do, man? Talk to the people right quick.
What's poppin'?
Hey, y'all, I put people on the spot. When they call me up during the podcast, I don't ignore their phone calls. I just put them on the phone, man. So what's good with you today?
You mean tell me, hey, I'm live on the radio right now?
Yo, you live. You live to the motherfucker right now, for real.
First of all, I like to say, what's up to Mr. B Politician all day, every day. You know what I mean? We rocking out in Atlanta, and I got everybody tuned in to you right now. And I see that you're doing great things, man. That's what it do.
Hey, man, I appreciate the love, brother. I appreciate the love, man. So listen, you're on the Don't Stress Success podcast, right? So with that being said, man, you got to give out a nugget. You got to give out a jewel. And you got to tell people something. Yo, you got to throw it out there, man. We talking about principles of success right now.
They need some food for thought.
Yep. Give it to them.
I'm gonna give them some food for thought. I'm driving right now, America. The rule is you ain't supposed to be driving in Atlanta. That's the law. But when you in the one I'm into, you ain't got no choice. But at times, you got a choice. You got to put the phone down, not only to protect yourself, but to keep the peace and to keep yourself from getting locked up or catching yourself a ticket for distracted driving. But the jewel of the day is I know a lot of y'all out there want to make money, y'all want to survive, but you need motivation and you need ambition. No matter what you do in life, from the time that you are a toddler going to daycare, it is all about education until you complete college. Just because you finish high school, it does not make you an adult. It does not make you a scientist. Everything takes time. I always say, from Big Fifth, Rome wasn't built in a year. It takes time. If you do not put time into your education in life, don't expect to make no money. Because you'll get a job, but it's not going to be the money that you're looking to make. So the more education that you obtain and acquire, get that brain cell lit up, I promise you, you can put your price tag on anything. And that's from Big Fish out in Atlanta, Dope Free Radio all day to my man, Politician. So I'm changing your name. You're the super politician, president.
I'm the president now. I ain't no politician no more. I'm the president. Be the president.
Listen, we done ran for the politician. We done voted you in. Now we gonna expel you to that seat. You know what I mean? It's time to bring it home, man. It's time to bring it home, man.
Well, listen, man. Listen. I know you ain't called me for this right here. You know what I mean? I got you on the spot right now.
I always say, God, listen. Peace and life, I always say you never know what you're gonna embark on when you call your people. You just have to be ready.
Indeed. I love that right there, man. So listen, man. I'm gonna call you back when the podcast is over. We gonna chop it up and really chop it up. You heard?
Please do, because I got 18 celebrities in my back pocket that want to come to your hometown, man.
All right. Well, let's make it happen, man. I got you.
Do what y'all do. Shout out the podcast. Shout out to you. Shout out to the people. You know what I mean? Y'all stay governor, stay safe, and keep y'all ears posted at my man P, because he get it done.
Indeed, man. I appreciate that plug, man. I'm gonna get at you, my G.
Yes, sir.
All right. Peace.
AOP.
Yeah.
I think you should run for president because you would at least beat Ted Cruz. You know what I mean?
I don't think Rob Hicks would agree, but all right.
Yeah. Oh God, what have I done now? But you know what? Like, it's crazy, like the difference in culture. Because if someone called my phone now and I was like, "Yeah, you're live on the podcast," like in the UK, they're just like, "Well, what have you done that for?
Right.
Why have you done that?"
Right.
Just so fucking dry, you know what I mean?
But yo, my life is just funny like that, man. Like, I have all these random phone calls, you know what I mean? And I have all these different business opportunities, you know, and fuck it. If we on the Don't Stress Success podcast, fuck it, man. We gonna talk about it. You feel what I'm saying? So it's what it is, man. I'm just glad that I am really feeling blessed to be able to share the opportunities that I have with other people. You know what I mean? Like my man that just called just now, that's Vince Lee. He has not an FM, but an AM radio station in Atlanta. So, you know, people throughout the city are able to ride around and hear his show. I'm going to be a guest on his show on the, I think it's, look at my wall, the 28th of August. So, you know, just building relationships with people. And, yo, I'm really excited about the way that the world is right now. So I just turned 40, and a lot of people in my generation kind of feel like, oh God, I hate the way the world is. Everybody's so connected and everybody's social media this and so. My great auntie calls this world a push button world, right? But I kind of look at it like, you know, it's so awesome. Like, for example, right now, we're doing a podcast together. You're all the way over there in the UK. What time is it right now, bro? Your time. Oh, shit.
We got a new front runner, I feel.
A new front runner? Oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
Talk to me.
Chris Rick said, "Shutting down the podcast, we can make a deal. You can sacrifice my aunt and sign with artificial blood. Get 2 6s for the 7."
We don't need all of that, but okay, I think Chris Ricks might be winning this shit right now.
Yeah, he's willing to sacrifice his auntie to keep this podcast on. What did Jay Olin say last week? He said he punched his mother.
Yeah, Jay Olin won the money last week. He said he punched his moms for all them ass cuttings he got. Yo, man. But like for real though, you know, going back to what I was saying, I just think that technology is really dope right now, man. You're all the way out there in the UK, and we're able to do this podcast. My man's just called me from Atlanta. Like, I have conversations with more people outside of my city than I do within my city. And a lot of times, like, I want to talk about this real quick. And I'm going to bounce back to what we were talking about with before the phone call came in about what Rob Hicks said, right? About McDonald's, right? So I get asked this question the most out of every question that I get asked. And people are always like, hey, man, how do you get people in your hometown to support you, right? And I take it back to a biblical quote. Now, don't quote me on this. I don't know where it came from. I do know it's in the Bible. But it says that you cannot be a prophet in your home city. You know what I mean? That's why Jesus went out and left his hometown and preached everywhere else. Like, you can't be a prophet in your home city. So a lot of people are so stuck on, I want to put the city on the map. I want to put the whole city on my back. It just don't work that way, man, because people who are where you're from only can see you from where you're from. You know what I mean? And yo, DJ Scott, man, we always talking about how people are in your neck of the woods, man, out there in the UK. You know what I mean? You have a way larger audience in the US than you do in the UK, man. Let's talk about
undoubtedly, like 98%. Like literally on my analytics, it's like 98% US. And then, well, I haven't checked for a while, but that was a long time ago. It was like that. I'd say it's about 80% US, about 10% Canada, and then like 5% UK, and the rest is just random countries then.
And I'm sorry, I got distracted by another comment. My damn self, man. Luke Spillane trying to get this money. Luke says, if the Illuminati shuts you down, I'll start a Kickstarter campaign, develop a hashtag, and take placards out with the boys to protest against this at the town hall down the road. Yo. I don't know if that's going to fucking beat Chris Ricks, though, man.
Yeah, Chris Ricks is offered his
sacrificing his aunt, man. I don't know, man. Yeah.
Unless someone makes a bigger sacrifice, I can't see it happening, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's what it is, man. Shouts out to J Major Madrid, man, out there doing his thing in New Mexico, man. Salute to him. That's what it do, man. But I want to jump back. I know we're all over the place on this podcast right now, but before I got that phone call, salute to my man. Salute to my man Fence Lee. But before I got that phone call, I was talking about something that Rob Hicks said. And this was really, really deep. And it made me look at this whole avenue of broadcasting, the endeavor that I'm taking on. And he put up a really dope post that had to do with McDonald's, right? And if you go on McDonald's Facebook page, their engagement rate really sucks. Because what happens is a lot of these companies, they are, especially the huge companies, all they're doing is regurgitating their commercials on social media. And I think this is where large companies are missing the mark, as well as solo entrepreneurs are missing the mark. And they're not realizing social media is a place to be social, not to cram your brand down everybody's throat. And we had this conversation one time. You said that Wendy's does a really good job, DJ Scott.
Yeah, they're always firing shots at McDonald's, man. They go to war with McDonald's on social media. Let me just bear with me while I load some shit up, because I just give you some examples of the kind of stuff they post.
Yeah.
Because they're fully they've just let someone funny control their Twitter. You know what I mean? They haven't said, right, we're gonna promote our new burger, or none of that shit. Like someone replied to a Wendy's tweet and said, if you reply, I will buy the whole Wendy's menu right now. Wendy's tweet back, prove it. You know what I mean? Like, they're actually engaging with. Let me see if I can find one where they fire shots. Oh, here we go. Well, McDonald's put out a tweet that says, today we've announced that by mid-2018, all quarter-pounder burgers at the majority of our restaurants will be cooked with fresh beef. Wendy said, so you'll still use frozen beef in most of your burgers in all of your restaurants. Asking for a friend. Like, Wendy's is going at McDonald's.
And that's the thing that's engaging on social media. Rob Hicks says McDonald's has 77 million followers and their engagement is 0.0004%. Epic failure. Real talk, man. Yeah. So I mean and not to beat up McDonald's, or I like McDonald's just like the next person, but it goes to show you on social media, man. In order to get the engagement that you're looking for, you've got to be social. You can't try to stuff your brand down people's throats. That's not why people come to social media. You know what I mean? So it's what it is, man. Tyler F.N. Murray says he deserves it for sure if he's willing to sacrifice his aunt. Hurry up and give him the money before he sacrifices somebody else.
Yo, check this. I'm on this McDonald's Wendy's beef tip right now. McDonald's put out a tweet, this is like a Black Friday deal, and it said Black Friday, and then the link was broken, and then Wendy's.
Hold on. We can screen share, man. Screen share that shit.
Okay.
In the meanwhile, while you figuring that out, man, Rob Hicks says too many brands treat social media like an obligation rather than an opportunity to engage with people. Man, you just said that perfectly, Rob Hicks. Real talk. That was a perfect statement. I'm gonna say it one more time. Too many brands treat social media like an obligation rather than an opportunity to engage with people. And that goes from huge brands down to the individual entrepreneur. And another question I get asked so much is how do I get people to engage with me? Rob Hicks just told you the secret right there, man. Stop treating your social media like an obligation rather than an opportunity to engage with people.
Mm-hmm. Is my screen sharing?
Yes,
now?
sir. Yes, sir. There it is, right there.
Yes, see this shit here.
Black Friday, need copy and link. Oh, when the tweets are broken as the ice cream machine. Oh, shit. Wendy's. My friends like Wendy's, but I don't. What do I tell them? And Wendy's response is apologize for being wrong. Yes. This is how you engage with people on social media. Now, Wendy's is a huge billion-dollar corporation, and they actually are taking the time to respond to people. You know what I mean? And, yo, that's what it's all about on social media. You feel me? What's another one, DJ Scott? If you're asking about a fast food Twitter, this relationship might be doomed. Yep. Oh, yeah, because the person asked for
relationship advice.
Relationship advice, yeah.
There's just like, even if it's not like a clapback or something smart, where's it to? Who's running this savage page? 3 dogs in a trench coat pretending to be a human.
Yo, listen, come back on the screen right quick, DJ Scott.
I'm back.
You back? I don't see you.
Oh, you mean me?
Yeah.
I thought you meant go back to the Wendy's screen. I should be back. I don't know if you can see.
There we go. There he is. There he is, man. But yo, that's right there, yo. Wendy's has mastered social media, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Because what they're doing, big ass Wendy's, a worldwide billion-dollar corporation, right? People are trolling Wendy's, and what do? They engage back with it and have fun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They could have easily, as big as a corporation as they are, ignored all of those comments. But nah, they take the time, have a little bit of fun with it, man. And that's what makes Wendy's great. I want a Wendy's burger right now. God damn it. Salute to Wendy's, man. Shouts out to our new sponsor, Wendy's.
I had Wendy's once when I went to, where was that? Miami. The first time I went to Miami with my family. And I had the chili cheese fries in Wendy's. I had Checkers as well. I had Checkers, nice. I had Checkers, I enjoyed it. But where's Checkers on the scale?
Though, man. Checkers will give you the poops. It's
okay.
Is, yeah. Be careful.
I tried something called a funnel cake. Some shit.
Oh, yes. So funnel cakes in the U.S. are usually only sold at like state fairs. And when I say like a state fair, like they bring a carnival out and they set up and they're there for a couple of days and then they disappear. And like you can get fried Twinkies, you can get funnel cakes, you can get all of this stuff that you shouldn't eat because it will kill you.
Diabetes.
Yes. Guaranteed to get diabetes. Yeah. Robert Hicks says, by comparison, this show's engagement will be 4 to 10%. That's 1,000 times greater than McDonald's, indeed, man. 4 to 10% for a brand page is good. Facebook purposely suppresses the reach of brand pages because they want you to pay for boosts. Very good point.
Boost these nuts.
Yeah, man. So, yo, I think it's about that time, man.
Yeah, I think so, man. I think, we've been spinning. We kept it spinning.
All right. So, who's about to win this money?
Oh,
Rob Hicks, man. Throw up a comment, man. You've been engaging with us like a mug. Yo, shouts out to Milan Buganovic all the way from Australia. He's in the building as well, man. Listen, this is our last ditch effort to give away this money. All you got to do is tell us if the Illuminati were to get rid of the Don't Stress Success podcast, how would you react? The funniest answer is going to give some money. That's what it is. We're going to give away money at the end of this podcast. Right now, yo, who's in the running in your mind, man?
Chris Ricks.
Yeah, Chris Ricks, man. He said he gonna sacrifice his auntie.
Yeah. I think that's on question number 1, but is he still here?
Ah, yes. Is he still here?
Is he still here?
Chris.
Then I think, who does it fall on if Chris isn't here?
I guess it just depends on who's here, yo.
Who's still here and answer the question?
Listen, man, Tyler F.N. Murray responded, Mary J. responded, Chris Ricks responded, and Luke Spillane responded. So, listen, man, we trying to give away some money, man. Robert Hicks, man, I would love to know what your answer is, man. Why don't you throw up what you would do if they got rid of our podcast, man? Go ahead and throw an answer in the pot.
Something crazy, something interesting.
Yeah.
Bear in mind that you've got to beat someone who said they are willing to sacrifice their arms.
Yeah, that's tough.
A blood sacrifice to save the show.
That's tough. I tell you what, if none of the people who responded are in the audience right now, we just gonna go ahead and keep that money in escrow.
Ooh, a rollover. Ooh.
Yeah. And next
week. To be fair, I think Luke is still here. I believe.
Where you at, Luke?
It says Luke Spillane is watching with you.
All right. Well, I tell you what, we're going to stall. We're going to give some people the opportunity. Chris Ricks says, I'm here, sir.
Oh, sorry, guys.
Chris Ricks trying to get that money.
Yes, this is my time. This is my chance. Nope.
Yo, and in my opinion, man, Chris Ricks has got it, man. This is what we're going to do. I normally have a video of sorts to play right now. DJ Scott, I'm going to throw it your way, man, because I feel like any video that I would play, you've got just as much jewels that you could draw. Like we were talking before the show, I was going to look for a Will Smith video to play because Will Smith is my man's right now. But you know what? Let me throw it your way, DJ Scott. You got the floor.
Right. For all the people out there that give game and give advice, right? Keep doing that shit. But remember that there's a thin line between criticism and abuse. And I see the music a lot, man. Instead of giving people game, people might give people game, but they frame it in a way where they're abusing people. You know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong, make it funny. If it's funny, you know, you can still be a bit not full on abuse, you know what I mean? But you can clown on people if you make it funny. But if it's not funny and it's coming from a bitter place, you're probably doing yourself more harm than good.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And shout out anyone who's giving some advice, you know what I mean? I'm sure even those people are coming from the right place, but they might just be a bit frustrated that either people aren't listening or they're just looking at their own situation and they're a bit pissed. You know what I mean? But try to encourage people more. Try to see the good in people, and don't just because you know some shit think it gives you a license to actually abuse people.
Indeed. All right, so this is what we're gonna do, man. We're gonna give away this money right quick, man. I see we got quite a few people still in the building.
Chris Rex is here.
We get it together on my end. Bow.
Pop.
I almost got it. I thought I had it. Hold on, what happened? What? No.
Yeah, Rob, exactly. Make it troll funny. You know what I mean? Just if you're gonna abuse people, it's not abuse people, but you know, clown people. Make it funny. You know what I mean? Like, otherwise, you just look like a dick. You just look like a dick. You look like a penis.
Alright,
a flaccid one.
I'm totally gonna throw it your way, so I can stall real quick.
Alright, I thought I was under the understanding that you were gonna sing the show out this week, Pete. Is that right?
Nah, somebody lied to you, bro.
Someone lied to you.
They really did, man.
Cause what was that song? You were singing Kiki.
Do you love me?
I almost tricked you into it.
Yeah, you almost got me, man.
And Push It to the Limit as well, you were singing.
Push it to the limit.
I think I actually used that in one of the intros for the podcast.
Yeah, I think so. You might have.
I feel like I wasted a lot of songs because when you first on the intro one, because when you first come in, people don't tune in for a few minutes. You know what I mean? So it's only one or two people who get to hear me sing some of these songs. You know?
Well, how about jump into it, man? You got to. Come on, man. You got to. That's the best part of the show, man. Come on. Please.
No, I can't.
You have to.
We belong together. And you know that
I stopped the background music and all of that, man. Go ahead, you got
That's
this.
what you got it. That's what you get. Why do you play with my heart? No, it's
Nah, take it back to Vice City, man.
I can't, man. I just, but I didn't sip my honey and lemon today. Just protect it. I've got a big show tomorrow. A big singing show.
All
Gotta
right.
protect the vocal cords a little bit. You know.
I hear you, man. So this is what it is. I'm feeling like, you know who I want to give this money to, man? I want to give it to Chris Ricks. Chris Ricks says he's gonna sacrifice his auntie. Yo, Chris, let me concur. How do you feel, DJ Scott? Do you think Chris deserves the money?
Oh yeah, unquestionable, man. He would sacrifice his auntie for us to remain on this platform. That's love, man.
Tyler FN with a last ditch effort says, if the Illuminati shuts it down, I'm calling Ghostbusters. Yeah, that still don't beat somebody sacrificing their auntie. Chris Ricks, man, I think you got some money coming your way. So, Chris, throw up your PayPal link. That's how we gonna send you the money, man. And in the meanwhile, Daniel J. Scott and I are going to sing until we see that PayPal link in the comments. You ready?
You first, bro. I did my little piece.
Yeah, you did. All right. Let me. What's love got to do with it? What's love but a passionate emotion? What's love got to do with it? Who needs a heart when a heart can be broken? Rick, Chris Ricks, we need your damn PayPal link. If you don't throw it up, I gotta keep singing. What's love but a passionate emotion? What's love got to do with it? Who needs a heart when a heart can't be broken? Got to do with it. Who needs a heart when a heart can be broken? Your turn.
Chris Ricks, where you at, man?
Yo, your turn.
Yeah. Tyler's like, hurry, send it.
No, he says, I don't have a
he said they
PayPal
have a
account.
PayPal. Oh,
I
man.
joined. I'm watching. All right.
Hey, man.
He doesn't have a PayPal. How can we get him
Well, it
this money?
says Luke Spillane is watching, so, but he's not answering. So, I think, well, like, oh, sorry, we can't do it if it's not PayPal.
Yeah.
It's all through
All
PayPal.
of our money, like, so our savings account and checking accounts.
Yeah, the way it's set up.
Yeah.
So what we might have to give it to the Ghostbuster, man.
Oh man. Okay. Who said Ghostbusters? Who was it? Tyler
That
FN?
was Tyler FN.
All right. We're going to give it to Tyler FN then. That's what we're going to
Tyler
do.
FN.
Tyler
You
FN.
hung in there. You stuck it out.
Yes, you did.
You saw the vision.
So Tyler FN, since Chris Ricks does not have a PayPal account, Chris Ricks is slipping. He lost some money.
Oh, Luke.
Luke.
I feel we can't really go back on saying Tyler now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sorry, Luke. Just a little too late there. This has been a tumultuous occasion, man. This has been. I feel like Tia.
I tell you what. This is what we're gonna do. Between Luke Spillane and Tyler FN, whoever throw us up they PayPal first.
Oh,
that's
go,
who
go,
we
go,
got. Go. Push it to the limit. Hey, you up, DJ Scott? It's your turn to sing.
I got a feeling they're going to come up with that PayPal quick rule. Hey, come on, Tyler, F. Ed Murphy, Luke Spillane, there's money here waiting for you. First one to get your PayPal link up, win some money. But I don't think there's even any. I tell you what, if there's not one up within the next 30 seconds, we're going to roll it over to next week. 29,
28,
28,
27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19.
Oh,
Luke Spillane want that money. There you go. There you go. All right. So this is what we going to do. Boom. You know what? Let me get some background music going on. Boom. All right. I'm going to turn that up a little bit. That's how we going to do it. Luke Spillane's about to win this money. You heard? E L S P I L S T E R at yahoo.com. Pow! All right. DJ Scott, how much we want to give Luke?
$1 billion.
$1 billion. Yeah. Oh shit! It'll let you really get somebody $1 billion. No, we're not gonna do that. We'll just go with 25.
Man, imagine a PayPal fee on $1 billion transaction. It would make me sick.
We're gonna put it in a nice little note as well. Thank you for rocking with the Don't Stress Success podcast. All right. Bow.
Pow, pow, pow. It's been a pleasure.
Oh, wait. It's going to cost us $3 to send this out? That never happened before.
Have you got it down as family and friends?
I don't know what I did. You know what? We're just going to pay the $3. Fuck it. There it is.
Man.
There it is. Salute.
There it is.
Salute, Spillane. Let us know in the comments if you received the money, my brethren. It's what it is. Salute to everybody tuned in to the Don't Stress Success podcast.
We appreciate you sticking with us on this lazy Sunday.
Yes.
We want to treat this Sunday like it was a Sunday. Just chill out. Have a chat. Have a talk. Have a little sing. Ask a couple of questions. Not stressing success. Not stressing this Sunday. Not stressing success. That's
Yo,
a
I
fact.
love the camera angle that you're at right now, man. You just like lazy Sunday, man. That's what it is.
I was gonna wear my robe for this shit, but I gotta put something. Like serious the shit. It was about 5 minutes before I jumped on with you. I was still in my robe, but
I tell you what. Next week I'll wear my robe. You wear yours.
Okay,
there it
that's
is.
what we do. Lazy Sundays, man.
Yes.
Well, actually, next Sunday we can we? May as well let people know now.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're both tied up on next Sunday.
We're not gonna make it next Sunday.
Oh, sorry about that, guys.
Yeah. Sorry. No money for you guys.
No.
Yeah.
But the Sunday after that, we will be back.
Yeah,
and we will be wearing our robes.
Yeah. Yes.
Right,
salute.
Let's get the fuck out of here, man.
Yeah, man. Yo, my T-shirt. I don't know if y'all can see it. I want to show it to everybody. Boom. Shouts out to Bruce Lee, man. Hold on. Boom. Fear no one. That's what it says. Hold on. Let me show it to you. Boom. Fear no one. Fear no one. Yeah, I'm wild right
This is the worst ending of a podcast ever.
I was trying to go out with a message, you know what I mean? My t-shirt says it all. Fuck it, we out, man.
They just start watching. Will you just fucking turn it off?
I am Peter Politician, man. Who the hell are you?
I'm Daniel J. Scott, and we've outstayed our welcome.
Yeah, that's what it is, man. This is the Don't Stress Success podcast. We are out. Push it to the limit. Yeah.
Oh man.